Hello park managers, and welcome to this exclusive first look at one of the new features coming to Jurassic World Evolution 3, the Cretaceous Cruise. I'm Sandy, a principal designer on the game, and in this demo, I'm going to show you how to build this attraction through several enclosures, including the T-Rex. Hopefully everything goes to plan. Let's dive right in. I'm going to be building in our lovely Hawaii map. You can see we already have a lot going on here with a mix of enclosures. We've got some lagoons, aviaries and land enclosures, but also a number of new attractions. Floating in the background, you may have noticed a hot air balloon. And over here we have our new dinosaur encounter, where guests can pet your dinosaurs. These attractions are great, but what if you want something to go through an enclosure? Veterans of the game will be familiar with our gyrospheres, which will be making a return. However, the Cretaceous Cruise lets your guests view dinosaur families whilst cruising along rivers and water bodies, opening up all sorts of interesting ways to construct your enclosures with this attraction in mind. Like all our attractions, I'm going to need an entrance. We have our building already placed down. Jurassic World Evolution 3 now features modular building, meaning you can customize buildings like this to your heart's content. We have 3 enclosures we want this ride to pass through, so our guests get to see a wide variety of dinosaurs, including that T-Rex we mentioned. I've placed a couple of security cameras around. We should be safe if things get a little chaotic. Let's start adding a track. It's incredibly easy. Clicking here, I can simply lay down the route I want, adjusting the path to be curved or straight as needed. And while this is a great starting point, our new scenery pieces mean we can make these spaces even more interesting. Let's make the ride feel more dynamic by adding a rock arch. If we go into the scenery panel, we have a wide variety of rocks to choose from. Very easily, we're able to create something unique for our ride. And then I think we want another type of structure over the path. Over here, we have a structure we've turned into a blueprint. There we go, that looks great. Now we've reached the end of the enclosure, we need some more water in order to continue the ride. Let's place that down and add a track through this fence. In this new enclosure, you can see that we have these elevated areas of terrain that can act as natural barriers to keep dinosaurs separated. You no longer need to rely purely on fences to house your dinosaurs. I'm also moving into deep water now. Deep water is a new feature and a need for some of our dinosaurs. Certain species will be able to navigate through the water or swim. We can see in this enclosure we have some brachiosaurs. They're able to wade through deep water. On the banks of the river, you can also see foliage we've laid down to create a canopy around this area. Let's use one of the compound brushes to finish off a section over here. The scenery brushes make detailing your spaces super simple. We now have our ride complete. Let's open it and head down to guest level. There's multiple perspectives you can choose from when interacting with the kayak. You can observe from third person, first person, or even take control of the ride. In this perspective, you will take control, allowing you to move the kayak freely both along the track ride or outside it. From this vantage point, you can get up close to the dinosaurs. Let's take a look at our Parasaurolophus. In this enclosure, we have a number of males and females, each with their own unique colour and pattern, making the dimorphism quite apparent. Dinosaur traits will be able to pass down from generation to generation, with certain features being worth more to your overall park rating. Over here, we can see the juveniles as they play in their enclosure. They'll interact with each other as well as adults, so keep an eye out. As we head into the next enclosure, let's hop over to one of the guest kayaks and check out what they're able to see. Passing through the canopy, it's a great chance to call out just how good the new lighting and water in the game looks. It adds so much to the effect of this attraction. And finally, we make our way into the T-Rex enclosure. These guys can get a bit restless with boats travelling through, so you want to keep an eye, or preferably a security camera, on these sorts of enclosures. That about brings us to the end of our demo, and hopefully you can see just how creative and dynamic this new ride will be. There's so many ways to integrate it into your parks. I'm very excited to see what players will do with it when the game launches on October 21st.
We have detected a loss of power across the park. Please bear with us as we deal with the issue. Ladies and gentlemen, as a precautionary measure and for your safety, please proceed to your nearest shelter.